Good morning. Well, Sister Kay, what are you doing this morning? Well, I'm down in the orchard feeding the birds, but I am also actually going to feed the birds because what I have here are acorns. I just watched a video from Insetting again on how to use acorns, and the ladies and I recently did a work day where we gathered acorns and we used the Dave built Polar nutcracker to get the holes off. Very, very easy. Great piece of equipment, very sturdily built, highly recommend. And in the insteading video, she said you can feed ducks and geese and goats. That's a bad acorn, just to show you. Acorns as food, like additives, food, starch, and also it can be for human consumption. And we are going to do that here this year because the acorns are falling. It's called the mast. It's all the trees having their acorns falling, and they're very small this year, no doubt from the drought. In this same area, I've seen acorns 3 times this big. So the drought affected the food supply, but there's plenty of them on the ground. Now, the sisters and I picked them up by hand, it wasn't difficult. They're not heavy or anything, but it is time consuming. And so there are acorn picker upper, some sort of handheld brooms kind of thing that will pick these up, and they're not always recommended because it's an indiscriminate tool. Like, it'll pick up rocks of the same size and bottle caps and whatever. But for people like me who are getting older, those things are going to save me time and effort, kneeling down, sitting down, picking these acorns up. And I'm going to supplement my animals' feed with these this year. So what I'm doing is just sitting in the sunlight right now because it's been kind of cloudy and yucky for a couple of days. And I am, here, let me see if I can get that in the picture. Got a hammer and these acorns, and I am busting them open with the hammer and then taking the meat out by hand just because it's amusing me. But you can see these are white oak acorns, and the meat is very buttery looking, buttery colored, and have more oil than a red oak acorn. So these have to be dried very, very soon if you are going to eat them. Now, the ducks, they don't care. And then I'm putting what I've done in here, which is not a lot, but it's just the beginning. It's the beginning of the season, and it's the beginning of me starting to work this angle because I've done acorns in the past, but not in any bulk. So I'm going to make it part of my winter schedule to gather these acorns for food for my animals. And I believe the goats, you don't have to crack them. But throwing them in front of the ducks, they're not interested whole. They're all over the ground in here, and they're not eating them whole. But if you get the hull off and get the meat out, they can eat that. It's full of tannic acid, but they can eat that, and they have been. I've already been throwing some to them, and they eat it up just like they do the corn and the sunflowers. So that's my morning. It's a gorgeous day. It's crisp, it's breezy, it's sunny, and I'm just going to enjoy it. All right, y'all, I hope this has been educational for you. You'll get inspired because oak trees grow. Hey, Sister Kate here. This afternoon, Pastor and I have been out pretty much since after lunchtime putting up electric fencing for the sheep who spent the night in the long coop there. After they jump to their electric fencing, they're going to get this nice green grass. It was a high of 39 today, and we've been out all afternoon. Looking forward to getting back to the wood stove, to the soup I've had cooking on there for 2 hours. Let me see if I can get Pastor. He's up in that corner over there, putting in the electric fence. Yeah, had chicken on the wood stove cooking for the last couple of hours. Can't wait to tuck into that and to get down in our cottage and just be cozy tonight. and have a quiet evening. All right, y'all. Bless you. Woo! Can you see me at all? Let me spin this way. There I am. Bless you. Shalom.